So here's a question for you, PD. Blind patriotism or constant criticism? Which one's worse?
Okay, I kind of pushes my buttons a little bit, Katie, because I am sick and tired of the constant criticism that we hear about the United States all the time. And the cool thing about it is, because of the World Cup, we have millions of people from around the world that are visiting the U.S., 16 host cities, and they are seeing the U.S., and you know what? They are amazed and almost feel like they've been lied to. So,
time to represent.
So now we're going to go deeper into this, okay? Because I want to talk about this. This is good stuff. And if you've been sick and tired of all the negativism, this is going to bless your heart. And so we're going to get back to that in a few minutes. So, hey, you found the BS podcast. And this is where we talk about all issues like this between the Sundays. How do we follow Jesus between the Sundays? How do we talk about the things that matter? And I'm your host, Dale Satram, and I'm here with two amazing people, my co-hosts, Katie Jones.
What's up, guys?
Jeremy Laura.
Let's go.
All right.
Represent.
That's right. That's what we do, is we represent. So,
yeah, we do.
Yes, sir.
Before we jump into this really cool topic.
Yeah.
I mean, we doing good? Huh? How are we doing, huh?
Yeah, how was everybody's weekend? I got a crazy story.
Because it was Father's Day weekend.
Yeah,
you know?
it was Father's Day.
You gotta go
weekend,
first then.
What's your crazy story?
All right, well,
Because you're not a father.
gents, let me know in the comments if you've ever been through this. But listen, I've been trying to talk Jared into a pool this whole month, but he's like, I don't want to take care of it. It's too much work. But finally, being, not of course nagging.
You wore him down.
Just wore him down. Okay, you got me. Yeah, I might have bribed. No, but we finally were like, okay, let's go do this pool. We go and get this brand new pool, Weimar. Maybe that was the first mistake. I don't know, but it had a hole in it.
Oh,
But we patched it because we don't like to be, too nitpicky. We're like, you can patch a hole, right? So we had both hoses in there. And after we patched it, start filling it up. And then a couple hours later, just pouring down our driveway.
No.
Just water. It had another 2 holes.
Oh,
man.
So that was super disappointing, I will tell you guys. But, 2 times the charm. We got another one. I took it all down so Jared wouldn't have to.
Crazy.
It was Father's Day, so I'm like, I've been training for this. So I did all the pulling apart of everything. And those suckers are heavy, too. I had to put it in the back of the truck. But we got one. It's all filled, and I'm excited. I think I'm going to use it today.
Let's
so
go.
that's my weekend.
Heck
All right. He's not scarred for life,
Day
right?
to
I'm
me.
surprised.
No.
Good for him to give it another shot.
He
Because I might have
was
said,
not happy
I'm
about
not
it.
ever doing this again.
The best part is the second time he was filling it up, you could just tell he was so over it. And the kids have these. Did you know they're making reusable water balloons now that are the coolest thing ever? They're magnetic, but they're like latex, and you just keep filling them up, keep throwing them, and they just pop open.
Oh,
so cool. 10
What
out of
the
10.
heck?
Costco buy. Great.
Wow.
But the kids started throwing water balloons at poor Jared while he's, setting up. He was
on
just
Father's Day?
Yeah, he was so grumpy. But it's put together. I told him, I'm like, it's going to be like that meal, that you wait forever at a restaurant and it tastes extra good. I'm like, we put so much work into this pool. It's going to be extra good. So that's what I've been telling him.
Oh, my God.
I'll report back
Yeah,
how he
report
feels
back.
about it. But what about you guys? How was your guys' weekend?
Go for it.
Yes, Father's Day. I loved it. We had a great
Yeah.
time. We had an amazing service out in the parking lot.
Oh,
We had
so
tailgater
cool.
service. It was our first one ever. It was epic. It was so much
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Then
Such a good
afterwards,
idea.
kids at the house, grandkids at the house, swimming in the pool. The pool was like 87 degrees or something.
Wow, it's
Perfect.
warm.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
we put a solar
Yeah.
cover on that thing and,
Oh, heck
and just
yeah.
cook it,
Oh,
Yeah.
And get
man.
these hot days and it just gets so warm and
Oh,
good
so
time.
cool.
Son-in-law barbecued
Yeah.
ribs and
mm-mm.
come on.
You didn't
Can't
bring
go wrong
any
with
for
it.
us.
Yeah,
What's
what
up
is
with
this
that?
sin?
I know.
Sharing is caring.
That sounds kind of selfish of me, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It's
for
my
sure.
day, man. I did it. I
I know.
embraced it.
You're like our podcast father. So
oh,
That's crazy.
well, then you should have brought the ribs for me
The,
then.
the Godfather.
right. Yeah.
The podcast Godfather.
Oh, wow. All
Okay,
right.
what about Jerome? How was your guys' weekend?
Emily came back from Seattle with her dad. So they were spending some time with her grandpa. So I was here just by myself again,
Oh.
I know no one taking care of me, which is fine. So
No, this would be the point
you
if
need
we had
taking
sound
care of.
effects.
Yeah.
Everyone
I
would go,
know.
"Oh."
Wah, wah, wah. But and on Sunday, her mother-in-law invited me to spend time with her parents for Father's Day. So we went to a winery. We had like free tastings there.
Nice.
And it was good. It was a lot of fun. Okay. And then I was just cleaning. I've been locked in the last 2 weeks, just like locked in life. And I'm just like, schedule everything, schedule this, schedule that, schedule that. So I took my whole Friday doing at least 20 different things on my list that I wanted to get done around the house, on the cars, personally, and I did it all.
And how did you feel when you were
I felt accomplished, like a man.
Yeah.
I was like, heck yeah.
Feels
I was
good.
like, man, my girl's car is good. My car is good. The house is clean.
Okay.
Like, stuff's put away. I was like, Saturday, I was like, I don't have to do anything. Like, the best feeling I've ever had.
Awesome. Hey, work hard. Rest hard.
Exactly.
Way to
Rested
go.
for 6 hours, and I was like, I got to do some more church stuff. So I did that, knocked it out, and then I was good. So
Nice.
I love
it was
that.
a good weekend. So.
Good.
Awesome.
Well,
I'm
it
sure
sounds like
Emily
we all
was
had a
happy
good
about
weekend.
Yeah.
I love this. Now, I love this topic, though, Katie. We're getting back to the topic here because
Yes.
I'm ready to talk about this. So
Absolutely.
yeah, I know we. This is my suggestion to have this topic. By the way, I just want you to know.
This is PD's production we got going here.
They don't really give me an opinion.
I will even tell you guys, he sent the videos too.
Yeah.
He picked these videos to show you guys. So
if you don't like them, don't tell me.
Yeah.
Okay?
Tell me.
Yeah.
No.
No, listen. I mean, we were just watching these videos on Instagram, and it was all the people from around the world. They were from Europe, and they're from Africa, Australia, Middle East. I mean, they're from all over the world, and these were people coming and experiencing the U.S. for the very first time. So there's 16 host cities. So it's not like they're just seeing New York. They're seeing other cities. They're seeing. Some of them are seeing rural America. They're seeing everything. They're seeing national parks. They're experiencing culture. They're experiencing rodeos. We'll see all that video. And what they're seeing is that they feel like they've been lied to by their media. But we understand that. I mean, we understand our media lies to us. And we're only shown what they want us to see. And then they come over and they see the culture. And they see the real people. And they're amazed. Absolutely blown away.
Yeah.
And it's so good. It's so good hearing them talk about the positive things about the U.S. And as my wife and I were watching these, we stopped at one point last week because we recognized it was emotional to us. And I think that, I don't know if it's our age, I don't know, because of just for the last several decades, it seems that all we've heard in the media about the United States is how bad it is. And for some reason, we're supposed to feel sorry for being Americans. And we're supposed to apologize to the rest of the world because of how bad we are. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of it. I'm just so sick and tired of it. And now these people are coming to our country. Yeah. And it doesn't create arrogance in us. It's almost like we love our country. We know it's not perfect, but it is an amazing place to live. And now you actually get to see it.
Yeah.
And they're blown away.
Definitely.
And they're blown away by how kind the people are and how much they want to talk and how much they want to share and how much that really, you find out that people are the same. I mean, I've had the privilege of traveling to, I don't know how many countries I've been to. I mean, I've been out of I've been to Europe and I've been to the Middle East and all through Central America, and there's lots of places I haven't been. But what we see everywhere we travel is that people are the same, and you come back really appreciating the United States.
I believe that.
I mean, you appreciate where you go, and you're really, it's a privilege to travel.
It is.
But you love where you live. It really is a remarkable place. So, I don't know.
Really quick, before we get into the videos, did you guys ever see that? I should have found it, but it was one of those booths where like you have people that do YouTube commentary, and he is asking all these people what's wrong with America.
Yeah.
And you've got people coming up just complaining about this and that. And then when they're done complaining, he goes, hey, well, I actually have 2 tickets, one-way tickets. He's like, right here, right out of here to, whatever. He asked him, like, what country you think is best? And they'll say, well, we love how they do this over here. And he's like, I literally can give you a ticket right now to there.
Right now.
And then every single one of them was like, oh, no. Like, I'm
crazy.
Isn't that so wild?
I just want to complain.
To just complain. So, absolutely.
So I sent you a couple of videos.
Let's show them.
That,
Roll the tapes.
roll the tapes. And I just think this is really cool.
All right, well, let's watch those videos then and make sure that all my cables are all good.
Yeah, hold that tight.
Hold that super tight. All right, here's the first video we have for you guys.
What we experienced in the US. Because I'm from the UK, you know? The UK is a bit soft. We went to a rodeo on a casual Thursday night. Didn't think much of it. We get there, the atmosphere's nice and bubbly. We're watching big bulls be ridden. Next thing you know, there's 3 men trying to hold one down, and the horn, boom, launches into one guy's head. He gets flipped over, almost separated from consciousness. I'm thinking at this point, ambulance must be called. If it was the UK, ambulance would be called immediately.
Okay.
But nope, they just picked him up, brushed him off, sat him down, gave him a beer, and carried on like nothing had ever happened. If that was in the UK, the ambulance would have been called. The whole event would have been shut off. Americans are built completely differently.
Yes, we are. That's the first thing.
Amen, brother.
I love it because, well, it's really funny because that guy actually reminds me of somebody I met when Lisa and I were traveling. And we were actually at a resort in Mexico. And I actually kind of hung out with a guy that looked almost like that. And he's from the UK.
Nice.
Yeah. And we talked a lot about the differences. And we had so much fun talking together. But you know, here, he's talking about going to a rodeo, which is kind of dear to my heart because, come on, we're in Malala. Our rodeo is going to be in a couple weeks, you know, and we love our rodeo here. Yeah. And we kind of take a lot of this stuff for granted. And we don't understand that you know, we're sharing now our culture with you. And see, we don't even think it's culture. We don't even think that's part of rural America, rural culture. But they're amazed by it because that doesn't exist in the UK. It doesn't exist in Germany. It doesn't exist in some of these places that you travel that, oh, I can't wait to go there. And it's cool to go there. But we take so much of our American lifestyle for granted. And I love hearing, again, these clips, these videos of their experiences. Because just as we go to another country and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm in Rome and look how amazing it is, you know, and it is. It's so much fun hearing them now say that about us.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Oh,
so I know there's one more I want to show. I sent to you,
let's
so
do
let's
one more.
Let
me get that all set. All right, you guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. All right, let me zoom in a little bit here. All right, let's do it.
I've been lied to my entire life about America.
America, it is happening. Do you see it? People who aren't American, who have travelled to the World Cup, are realising they've been lied to. Before travelling to America, foreigners would just think America is this place they would hear about on the news all the time. It's a horrible place. But when you strip that back, like I've been doing for years, travelling America, so many different states, you realise the beauty of America, the different cultures, how amazing the people are. And the World Cup has allowed people outside of America to see America through their own eyes, not through their country's media eyes. This is incredible, and I couldn't be happier for America. The world is realizing when you strip back the negativity you get and you realize how beautiful America really is. It is the best. It is the reason it is my favorite country on planet Earth. Every state is like its own country. You have so many different cultures, so much beautiful scenery, and people are realizing it. People are finally realizing it. And I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier for America and Americans. America, I'm so happy for you. Yes!
I love that from him. Heck yeah.
Oh, man.
It's kind of nice to feel good once in a while, right?
I don't know why that made me want to tear up. That's so cool.
See, there you go.
No, you know what? It's on, but also off topic. I shared someone the other day, their video that they made, and it was so powerful. It was this guy talking about how he goes, and I'm not going to do it justice, but he talks about how he's like, I am happy for the murder of Charlie Kirk, but not for the reason you would think. And he goes on to say, before that happened, I was just completely blinded by like the media. I had never listened to anything that he said. He's like, and one of my coworkers the day it happened came up and said like, did you hear about what happened? And he said, yeah, I'm glad, you know, just like what a lot of people's reaction. And he said, my coworker their silence really did something to me. So I decided to go look up his stuff myself, and I couldn't even stand the feeling I had watching this guy's videos and realizing how misled I had been by media. And I had not been talking to my family for years. I went and talked to my family. I went and did all these. It's like when you take we're just so force fed propaganda every single direction.
Right. We are lied to constantly. It's not just they feel they've been lied to. We've been lied to. We've all been lied to. It's like, stop watching the media. They're dividing us.
Yeah.
Because the average person, I don't care where you're from, we have just met so many dear people from around the world, shop owners and waiters and waitresses, people that work in wherever we're staying, you know, and just amazing conversations that we have had with people, you know. I mean, we were in Europe last year, and you know, we walked into this one restaurant, and there was nobody there. It wasn't their normal time to eat. And the gal who came out and served us, since there was nobody in the restaurant, after we were done eating, she come over and she started hanging out at our table. I started asking her questions.
Oh, yeah.
And this is this was in Budapest.
Wow.
And she spoke good English. We started asking her about her life, and we started talking about culture. It was probably one of my favorite parts of the whole trip was hanging out just with a normal person and sharing life.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the best. So, and it's like, I don't want to move to Budapest, but I have appreciation for the people there because of her and that conversation.
Right.
Awesome.
See? And then it's like, tell me about your country. Tell me what you love about it. Doesn't everybody want to hear that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, come on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
And
this is good stuff. So how did we get here though? How did we get to a place where we're just so much negativity?
yeah, you know, I looked up the top negative outside perspectives on America. These are some of the things that chat had said. Jeremy, you wanna share some of those?
Yeah, let's do
With the crew?
number one. We have Americans can be self-centered, prioritizing individual rights over community responsibilities, less emphasis on collective sacrifice in other cultures.
Yeah, that, you know.
Sorry, I meant to.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, but again, you're going to go through some of this stuff, and there's probably a Instagram post or something that I've seen that actually addresses almost every one of these.
Yeah.
Because I have, and it's fascinating because they have been sold this, and then they show up, and people aren't that self-centered. They're very interested in my culture. They ask me questions about where I'm from. They want to know what it's like, and nobody is going, oh, we're so much better than you. They said they've not run into any of that.
Well, and can we just agree, just like with anything, there's always going to be a bad apple here and there.
Right.
It doesn't matter what culture you're from.
Yeah.
There's no.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just like vocations. I mean, every single career you pick, there's going to be a bad apple somewhere in there, typically.
No, and the country isn't the political system.
Yeah.
You may not like our president. I may not like yours.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Absolutely.
Now we're two people sitting in a restaurant talking.
Yeah.
Sharing our life, sharing our culture, sharing I mean.
Right, yeah.
Now, I know this is a small town example, but now, and Jeremy, were you living in Oregon in 2020?
No, I was in Arizona.
Okay, well, we had some crazy fires in 2021. We had to evacuate the city.
Well, it was 2020.
Oh,
Fall
2020. Okay,
in this city,
thank
right?
you.
Molalla?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
heard
never
about
forget
that.
the amount of people that were willing to help perfect strangers. And again, we're coming from Molalla, obviously small town, but it's on a big scale too. And even just Coleman Ranch recently just burnt down, and I reached out to one of the people that is in the family, and she was like, I'm in tears thinking about the community and people that have just stepped up to help when they didn't need to. And
what do you need? How can we help?
Exactly. Yeah, just so much support. So yeah, there's just so many good people in America. There is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. Well, yeah, don't get me talking about that. That was an event, so we better keep moving because you're right.
Okay.
2025, it was
2020 was an event in
2020 was
itself.
2020 sucked, but that moment when our town almost burnt down was one of our best times as a town.
It was, and that was, I think, when people were like, you know what, cut me out for saying this, like screw the masks, screw like staying apart from people. We are coming together. We are going to help you out. We're
when
not.
your town is burning down,
Yes.
nobody cares about COVID.
Yes.
Nobody cares about the rules.
Very
Nobody
fair.
cares about what the government's going to say.
Yeah.
Everybody stopped wearing a mask, and we started looking at each other in the face, and you saw the pain on everybody's eyes and lives.
Mhm.
Right?
Stop it, you.
And it was like,
Man,
what do you need? What do you need? I mean, we
Yeah.
went down to Bentley's
Oh, man,
feed
what
on
is
that day,
happening today?
and it was crazy because we know them, and it was insane. People were going down there, wanting to know what they could help, and it kind of became a staging area. And my wife walked in and looked at the lady in there, and she goes, "What do you need?" And she's, I need help. And within 30 minutes, Lisa was organizing all the volunteers because we were sending supplies up to the fire lines. Yeah, and the church got involved. And we started, so it was just like,
so cool.
and we could have cared less what all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
See, I mean, it's just, and that's America, but it's probably also every other
Yes.
place on planet Earth. That's how people really are.
Mm-hmm.
They really are. And it's just the politics wants to keep us divided. And I just, again, why I love all of this. We're human beings, and we actually like each other.
Yeah.
We actually do.
Mhm.
Boy, all the crap. Well, did I cut that out? But we, I don't know. It's not perfect, but I'm just seeing people coming together. Who would have thought, for the World Cup? I don't care. I don't care what God uses to kind of break down some of these walls.
Yeah.
I don't care. Okay, use the World Cup. Okay, I mean, I'll start learning more about soccer just because of it. Okay, yeah. Okay, keep going here.
All right. Well, we have point number 2. We have political division. Outsiders are surprised of how polarized we seem, the intensity of political conflict. But again, is this reality or is it media portrayal?
Again, I think they see the media portrayal.
Mm-hmm.
You don't stop, and nobody stopped and asked, who did you vote for before they helped someone put out a fire?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or that's never been a question in anyone's mind when you see someone, oh, wait, what political side before I help you out of the street, you just fell, like, before I help you, who did you vote for?
Yeah.
What side do you align with? That just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's, again, we're being pitted against each other, which is sad because we've allowed it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So
I went to Burger King the other day with my kids.
it's
Such
confession
a
time.
random.
Yeah.
This is such a
No,
random.
it's
Yeah,
This is a
I'm
crazy.
ashamed.
Nadia in Burgerville,
Hang
Five
out,
Guys,
hang out
Smash
with me for a
Burger,
minute.
In-N-Out.
Okay.
Burger
Hey,
King
tell
is
us what we're
crazy.
saying, I
Okay,
promise.
connect the dots. Okay.
Better have gotten the mini tacos.
Actually, it was the Crown Nuggets. Thank you very much.
Oh,
but it's
heck
fine.
no.
That's fine.
Prayer.
And the voice on the intercom was like, it's a gem. It's rare nowadays, I feel like. And not that we go to fast food all the time, but it's rare, even in restaurants, to have excellent, like, manners, great service, like, happy people. I don't know if you guys feel that too.
Oh.
I just feel like people aren't the same that they were, like, years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Every now and then, but when it's a gem, you're like, and I could just tell this person was so sweet over the intercom. Roll up, it's a trans girl, so a boy, but like the sweetest personality, and so like I just was thinking, like, man, just how nice that we could just have this great. But you know what? Online, if you're living online, you're like they're out to get us, and you guys have kind of been with me on this journey too, and again, not affirming anything, but like loving people and having great, like, just interactions with people, because that wouldn't happen online. That person could see what I post and be like, they hate me, which I don't post anything like that, but like they kind of assume, oh, that person loves America and they're against me. Like, it's just this sad, like, online has just skewed us so much, like our lens towards each other in reality. So it did go with what we were saying, guys.
It did.
Yes,
Nice
it
job
did.
connecting.
It did.
I'm
That
proud
was
of you.
perfect. All right, number
Yeah,
3.
we can move on. That's all I had.
All right, let's do it. Consumerism/materialism. Perception that success is measured by money, possessions, and status. Is this accurate or not?
I could see that. I mean, I'll give credit where credit's due. I think
100%, yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of us have car payments. We're doing things we can't afford. I could totally see that in America.
True, yet at the same time, the United States is the most generous
Mm-hmm.
It is the single most generous country on planet Earth. And I'm not talking about money that comes from the government. I'm talking about money that comes from people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no country like the U.S. with people as generous. There's a national disaster, millions of dollars comes in.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, it's not just money going to churches, okay, which we appreciate, but it's more than that. If there's a problem, if there's an issue, going back to the fires, Foothills became a place that distributed money. I didn't know if you knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
People didn't want to give their money to the government because they didn't trust them. Oh, I'll be darned. So we stepped forward and says, you can donate money here. People can request aid and we'll distribute it.
Wow.
And okay. I think I'm going to get this wrong, but it was just under like $200,000 we distributed to local people helping them. People trusted us with their money, and we gave it away to people in need who were affected during the fires. Come on.
Amen to that.
Amen to that.
200,000.
Cool.
Oh my gosh. Holy cow.
Yep. So, I mean, yes, we are influenced by consumerism and materialism. Yes.
I mean, you think of the American dream, for the longest time, it's like just work hard, get your nice house, get your family, your car, and you're going to be happy forever. But that's not how it works.
Yeah.
No, but yet in America, you can own a house and you can own property.
Yeah.
Whereas in a lot of places like the UK or, other European countries, that's nearly impossible for you to do. Impossible.
Yeah.
And we don't see this is what we don't understand. So
we think of all the countries in Central America where like the nice houses are probably the cheapest houses here.
Yeah.
Like even you think of like Guatemala and you think of like there's I think there's just one city, if I'm remembering, that's like super bougie and everything. And it's in dollars. Well, the rest of Guatemala is just like average. You have your, sheets for your houses and your houses are really compact and it can be like a really nice neighborhood. And like for us Americans, it's like, oh, that's probably the same size as like a mobile home or something here, which is crazy to think about, So
I know.
we're blessed here.
We are blessed.
We are blessed.
We are blessed. Yep.
Anyway, we have point 4. It says gun violence. Many countries struggle to understand strong gun culture.
Well, don't get me started on that one.
I love it.
2A, baby. Yeah.
But there was a story last year of a guy in Florida who he visited friends of his in Florida, and he went out and did some shooting because they had guns. And he posted the video on his social media of him. Look, I'm in the U.S. and I'm shooting a gun. When he flew home, he was arrested.
Where was he from?
UK.
Do you remember?
They arrested him in the UK. See,
on what terms?
Don't understand. You just don't understand the freedoms that we have in the U.S. So yes, he was arrested. He was put in jail. He was in jail for 24 hours while they investigated, all this kind of stuff.
Crazy,
right? He wasn't even in the UK shooting a gun. He was in the US, but he posted it on social media. So,
are there laws no concealed carry at all? 0?
It's almost impossible to have a gun.
Okay.
In the UK or in any European country.
Wow. Okay.
So yes, it's very difficult for them to understand, our gun culture. But at the same time, it's one of the reasons the United States will never be invaded.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and you think of like certain countries. I'm thinking right now, the first one that just came to my mind is North Korea. And it's like they wouldn't be in the position they were if their citizens had a right to bear arms.
Right.
Like the entire idea behind that was protecting the people from government. And so I get it. It comes with a lot of other, debates, and I'm sure there's middle ground to be found. Of course, the shootings that happen are heartbreaking and sad, but also, you know what? I wonder how much they really do want to change it, because I personally feel like, why wouldn't our tax dollars? Why couldn't we have retired vets or hire police officers to be 2 out of school every time? If we really wanted to end these shootings, then that's usually their talking point. Why aren't we putting money towards like protecting? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just doesn't, but getting rid of them doesn't solve the problem, because most of the shootings come from an illegally held gun.
Yeah.
So it's like people will still find a way to hurt other people. It's just, I know it's a huge topic, so we can't obviously get into it.
That's why I'm not even going to comment, because then we just start going. So let's keep going. Some other
I was going to say, I'm just looking at like high crime rates here. And it says listed. We can totally switch to my screen if you want. But we have Congo, Colombia, Myanmar. We have Mexico, Nigeria, Iran, Afghanistan, Iraq, Central Africa, and Honduras. So those are the top 10. So in my head, I think of like these places probably have potentially gun, maybe not gun control there because there's so much gang violence. We don't really have that here. I mean, we have certain states that like obviously have those issues, but not to the degree of like when you go to Mexico, don't go to certain places. Like everybody knows that. When you come to America, it's like just go to the state, just find the right place. You know, and most places don't have, you know, all your downtowns are probably the more sketchy places, but everywhere else isn't.
Right, so, and those were some of the videos. I was watching some people that were recording themselves walking around neighborhoods at midnight, and they were going, "This is incredible. This is incredible. We were told how dangerous it is. There's nobody here. It's safe. Look at that alley. I could walk down there. Nothing's going to happen. I could never do this at home.
Yeah,
I could never do this at home." And so they were again amazed. They were kind of expecting guns to be ringing in the streets and everything, and it's not. It's not like that. It's not like that.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, well, I guess we can move on. So, all right, point number 5 is we have military intervention. Critics point to wars and foreign interventions like we are the acting police force.
Well, they're not wrong. I mean, let's face it. We've been involved in a lot of things, and even the citizens don't always agree at all the things that we're doing across the globe. But again, that's the government. That's not necessarily the people. And so I think sometimes when we judge the people by what their government is doing, and we forget we shouldn't do that either. Yeah, because the average person is just trying to figure life out. They're not fighting foreign wars. Yeah, so
they don't have to make those hard decisions.
They aren't making those decisions.
We don't have to. So
yep.
But anything you want to add on that one?
No.
Okay. All right, we're at point 7. Cultural arrogance. Americans sometimes perceived as assuming the rest of the world should operate like America.
Well, I think the media portrays that because as people are visiting here, that's not what they're getting.
Right.
Yeah. They're being warmly embraced. Yeah, they're people are friendly. People want to know about their country they come from. Yeah. Nobody is saying you should be an American. Nobody's talking to them like that. So those are some of the things that they're discovering that are we haven't been told the truth.
Yeah. Well, I think of just like all the culture that has made up America in itself. You know, you have a lot of people, you know, my favorite mob boss, Mike Esposito, I call him my favorite, you know, like just his story of coming along and he adds this like New York Italian mob boss type of thing. But I think it's like something like that, like just a cultural impact to Italians coming in, let's just say like immigrants coming in and really changing how America functions. But then that doesn't mean that like, okay, every other country has to be like that, because then you lose that like unique culture that comes from those places, right? Unique ways they do stuff. And whether it's good or bad, you know, let's say good, then it's like, cool, let's take away from stuff like that. You think of like, you go to potentially Asia and you see the process of how Japanese and Chinese people just slow down in life a little bit, and you understand their culture. And Americans were like always running. It's like that's something good to take away from that, you know. And it's just like that for all different.
We learn from each other.
Yeah,
you know. But you know, I was talking earlier about, you know, it's not like everybody. We don't think the rest of the world should be like us, because I think people recognize the uniqueness of America. Because before the podcast, I was saying that, you know, I can travel to Germany, but I will never be German. I can travel to this country, but you know, I can go to Hungary, but I'll never be Hungarian. I'll never be a Czech. I'll never be Russian. I can travel to those countries, but I will never be that. But you can come to America, and you can be an American, no matter who you are. It's the only place on earth like that. Yeah. Okay, it's the only place on earth. This is one of the reasons that makes it so unique. I'm not saying it's perfect. It's not. But it is so unique. And you can bring your culture. You can come from that country. And it's this melting pot of all those cultures. And we all benefit from that. Yeah. Right?
Absolutely.
We all benefit.
Absolutely.
before you move on, I wasn't gonna. I didn't even share this. This would be great for media, but I'm just gonna read it really quick. This is an account I follow, and they posted this, and I just love it. And it's literally exactly what you guys are saying, but it's by Basic Optimism. It says, if 500 years in America still makes you a colonizer, why does arriving last Tuesday make you just as American as anyone? If preserving culture is beautiful in Japan, Palestine, and indigenous communities, why is it fascism in Europe and the U.S.? If Somalis built Minnesota, why didn't they build Somalia? If Western nations are uniquely evil for slavery, how do you explain the Arab slave trade lasted longer, killed more, and no one is asked to apologize for it? If Islam offers the best model for society, why do so many people from Muslim majority countries move to Christian countries? And if diversity makes nations stronger, why is it never proposed as the solution for poor African countries? If Western values are oppression, why do people flee toward countries built on them? And the last one, the West isn't perfect, but it is the freest, most tolerant civilization humanity has ever built.
Absolutely.
And today, one of its biggest dangers comes from within, people who were taught to hate the very civilization that gave them the freedom to say that. So I just was like, oh, that's so powerful. Yeah. It's so true. We are the first to, we're not perfect. There's nothing that's ever going to be like, oh, we have every problem solved here, but we are so ahead, and people come here for a reason.
Yes, world history has shown us there has never been a country like the United States that has ever existed in world history.
Yeah.
So it's like it is a crazy, unique place, folks. Not perfect, but crazy unique. And worth protecting, worth the unity, worth getting along, worth preserving it, and speaking positively about it. So I love what I'm hearing.
Yeah. All those comments, I feel like, probably just come from people inside America that have never gone out, probably. I think of my grandparents, one set came from El Salvador, and then the other set came from Mexico, and they love it here. Yeah. And then they're immigrants, and they came together through citizenship, and so, like, I pay attention to more people like that, because I'm like, you're coming from outside, and you're saying that you really like this better than your hometown that you still love, your home country, but you know it's better here. So then it's like all the other noise sometimes that I hear from people, I'm like, it just doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't. So
it's just noise.
It is noise. Right. Yeah, it is noise.
And I think people forgot that we were all immigrants at one time. Really? You're just a little bit closer to it.
Yeah.
But we were all immigrants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Visually, for sure. So
come on.
You said it. You repeated it.
That's funny. All right.
Well,
as we go into this, point 8, racism and historical injustices. Many outsiders wonder how America still wrestles with these issues after so many years.
I agree. Why are we still wrestling with issues that were 150 years old, that this generation had nothing to do with? I know it's controversial. I'm going to say it.
Why though? Why is that so controversial?
It shouldn't be. To me, it's just common sense. Okay. None of us had slaves. None of my ancestors did. Okay, and yet I'm supposed to feel sorry. I'm supposed to feel guilty. I'm supposed to be bad. It's just all part of this America's bad narrative. It's all part of it. If
That's
we're crying out loud,
privilege talking.
Well, yeah, I know. Someone's going to call. Someone's going to say that. Yeah. No, I'm just an American, and my culture is Norwegian, and 125 years ago they migrated here.
Sorry.
No, good.
No. Keep going on the Norwegian.
What? My great Norwegian heritage.
That's right. Get the Viking hat out.
Let's go. Get the walking dance on. Let's go.
Let's do it. So really, you want me to feel sorry for slavery? You want me to feel bad? Why? I'm not going to.
So I might age myself with this story, okay? Or you guys might make fun of me.
You're going to age yourself. Yeah, go for it, Katie.
Okay, there's this show called Little Men. Nobody?
Oh, I've heard of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Jeremy's
I have heard of that. I've never seen it, but I've heard of it though. I'm gonna look it up.
It's the cutest, most wholesome TV show. But the last episode, and this was probably like the 90s, okay? And I watched this episode the other night. It is so cozy, but I was like, this would not fly today. Basically, it's about this woman who runs a school for boys. And it's like a post-Civil War era. And there's a black family that comes and they house them for a little bit. They're homeless. They're looking for a place. And she really takes to the little boy. And she wants all the other boys to like be really like nice to him. She wants to shelter him. And the caretaker, his name is Nick. He's swoon-worthy, ladies. You will love this show. He is a great man. He's like my husband.
Oh, okay.
but he, like, you know, he's telling this little boy, like, hey, you got to pull your weight here like the rest of the boys. And the main girl is like, you're being too hard on him, you know? And he's like, I'm treating him exactly like the other kids. And he ends up, he gets really distracted, you know, just like little boys. He ends up burning their barn down because he leaves a lantern. Anyways, in the end, she realizes, like, oh my gosh, like, because she wasn't going to give him a consequence. And all the other kids got really upset because they're like, if we burned this barn down, we would have a consequence, you know? Yeah. And so all the other kids are getting angry at this little boy, and it's just this big mess. And by the end of the episode, she apologizes to Nick because he was right. And she's like, you know, I didn't realize prejudice comes in all different forms. Yeah. And I was like, this would not go today, but that is so true. I think this whole white privilege, the DEI, all that, it's just prejudice in another form.
Absolutely.
Whatever way you want to cut it, that is what it is. You're trying to elevate one color over another, no matter how you slice it.
And can we stop identifying as a color? Can we stop identifying as a sexual orientation? Can we just start identifying with, okay, we're human beings, we're Americans, okay?
Yeah. Not to say we can't take into consideration and listen to your story, and have a better understanding of maybe why you feel certain ways. Like, that's not what we're saying, but at the end of the day, you're absolutely right. We're all human.
Right.
Let's be human beings. Let's be good human beings. How's that? And then also, let's be good Americans. Yeah. Because you are in America. You are in the United States of America. And what makes you an American are values that we agree on. That's what makes you an American. We agree on certain values. It's a value-based thing. It's not gender. It's not orientation. It's not based on color. It's not based on religion. It's not based on any of that stuff. It's like, we've forgotten that.
Yeah.
I suppose we don't teach that in school anymore, but maybe we should.
That content of character is important.
All right.
Well, we got point 9 here. Work-centered culture. Americans work longer hours, take fewer vacations, living to work versus work to live.
Okay, there's not wrong. I mean, those are things I think I've learned by being around other cultures. I mean, travel has helped with that. You know, I've made huge changes in my own life when it comes to, you know, some of that stuff. You just learn from other people. You learn from your own experiences. Of course, I'm a pastor too, so I've talked to so many people at the end of their lives. There's a privilege in burying people, folks. You're going, that's gross. You know, it's a privilege because, you know, what you hear at the end of people's lives are what's the most important to them. And nobody, I am telling you, not one single person will ever wish they worked more. Nobody's dying on their deathbed going, I wish I would have worked more. No, they have other regrets, and it ain't that.
Yeah.
Such a good reminder.
So that's had a huge impact on me.
Yeah.
We even think of places like Australia. So Emily's boss lives all the way in Australia because she works remote. So then they have summer hours right now for us Americans. So for Emily, so half days on Fridays because Australian people take so many holidays off. They have so many days of rest. And so they have to make it equivalent for everybody that lives in America to take half days on Fridays. Wow. So it just goes to show that they don't, you know, I think they enjoy a little bit more of the like spend time with your family, vacation. Right. Where I think in America we struggle with that a little bit. Definitely. It's typically your 9 to 5, and then you kind of just do your stuff afterwards with family. So, but yeah, it's very true. So anyway, all right, last point. Final point: America's entertainment and moral influence. Critics argue we export both good and harmful cultural values.
I could agree with that as well.
Yeah, it's entertainment. You don't have to watch it. You know, you're right. I mean, let's face it, Hollywood has all kinds of influence around the globe.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or indifferent. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's nothing new, too.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Oh, that's good stuff.
I think the average person, though, you get out there and they all think Hollywood people and celebrities are crazy anyway. So, you know, it's not like we're all behind Hollywood. You go promote it around the world. Nobody does that.
Yeah.
You know, shaking our heads too, going, whatever.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Well, that's honestly that's a pretty solid list. And I feel like I loved the second list because it's many people criticize, but they also want to move here or or do not want to move from here. So the things that we're most admired for: religious freedom, freedom of speech, entrepreneurship, charitable giving, innovation, opportunities for immigrants, volunteerism, strong local churches,
Let's go, that's us.
nonprofits, constitutional protections, and generosity during disasters worldwide, which is what we talked about. So
these things, this list, and it's great. This is the things that people don't understand. They think, especially like the EU, all that's true of the EU. I'm telling you, it's not. You do not have the free speech that we have. We do not have. They do not have the religious freedom that we have. I mean, you're going to hear the media say they do, but they don't. You can't go down all of a sudden. You want to start a church in one of the EU states or countries. You want to start a church in Germany. It's illegal. You can't just go down the street and start a church. It's illegal. But wait a minute. It's illegal.
wow. I didn't
You
know that.
You can't just start your own business. I mean, the opportunities to be an entrepreneur, it is so limited.
Tell them about the bathroom and the water, because this blew my mind.
I haven't heard this. I want to hear.
Tell Jeremy. This is
Me
crazy.
and the viewers.
All right.
Both.
So if you haven't traveled out of the U.S., especially if you go to Europe and the EU, so when you go to a restaurant, they do not bring you water for free. Everything they bring you to the table. So if you ask for water, you're going to pay for it. If you even ask for tap water, you're going to pay for it. So a lot of European people are shocked when they come to a U.S. restaurant because automatically they bring you water.
Yeah.
And they're going, I didn't order that. And they, well, it's for free. And they're like, what do you mean it's for free? It's free.
Yeah.
It's part of having dinner here. You get water. All right. And so they're blown away at that. I'm just a shock. What? And then often when you're in Europe and you go to a restaurant and you want to know where the bathroom is, where's the loo, where's the, okay. And you have to pay to go there.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're going to pay $1. You get.
Well, the same thing is working in Central America.
Yeah.
You pay your little amount so that you can get a couple sheets of toilet paper. And then depending how much you pay, you might get more.
Public restrooms.
Yes, for water, they give you a bottle of water. And it's like, oh, I just wanted a glass of water. They're like, we don't do that here.
We don't do that here.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. So,
I mean, so there's a
This
lot
is
of little
crazy.
things like that people just, they
the
just
bare
don't.
minimum things too.
Yes. So,
Crazy, yeah.
I mean, when
if
we
you
were in
knew that, put it in the comments.
When
Put
we
a
were-
little toilet
Yeah,
emoji
that
in
is
the
the-
comments
what
if you
the-
knew that.
when we were in
I
Germany,
wish we had a fart effect. There's a I'll make it.
when we were in Germany, I found out
make
it's illegal to work on your own car.
Why is everything illegal though?
that's
Do you need
control
supervision? Do you need
freaks.
like a certain certification to do something?
Well, listen, in Germany too. I mean, when you go and drive, Germans love to drive, and they have the
Sure, yeah.
Autobahn.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're going to drive your car 120 to 150 miles an hour, you better have a certified mechanic look at it.
Probably fair.
Maybe they don't want people tinkering on their cars.
Probably can't do it on a Kia Soul 2010.
So maybe I can understand that one because, like I
Yeah.
said, they don't like to slow down in Germany, and it's a cool place to drive. So
Yeah. That's funny.
That's wild.
anyway,
man.
yeah, they just we just don't understand.
Yeah.
We take a lot of
Yeah.
stuff for granted,
Yeah.
and that's why we're not amazed at it anymore. That's why we don't feel blessed. We're not filled with gratitude. You know, even our national parks and things that I was listening to these European people talk about. Well, I understand why people in the U.S. they don't want to leave the country. Why would they leave the country when they have this? We don't have this. Why would they come see us? We don't have things like this.
Yeah.
So, and in some ways, they're not wrong. The beauty of the U.S. is stunning, incredible, just incredible.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
Well, that honestly wraps it up. I know we're kind of coming up on time here. We could talk about America all day.
Listen,
Such a great place.
it is a great place. I'm going to finish with a verse.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to bring a scripture verse in because sometimes people say, you guys didn't talk about God enough. Okay, well, sometimes, okay, we
We
get
have
it.
some verses.
Yeah.
No, we wanna,
Sprinkle.
Here's
Let's
we go.
sprinkle a
What's your
little-
verse? What's your verse?
Let's
all
hear
right,
it.
Jeremiah 29.
All right, I'll pop it up for our viewers.
Jeremiah 29:7.
All right, let's do it.
This is good stuff. All right. We actually use this passage here at Foothills. It says, and work for the peace and the prosperity of the city where I sent you. It says, pray to the Lord for it. Now, here you go, folks. For its welfare will determine your welfare. We have a responsibility as followers of Jesus not to criticize our city, our country. Okay, we know it's not perfect. But we have an opportunity to work for its peace, to work for its prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
The blessing of God also not only comes to you individually, it comes through the environment where you live. It comes through your local city. It comes through the country, which is why we pray to the Lord for it. We work for its peace, and we work by being good citizens. We work for its prosperity. I know that's hard. And we pray to God that he would bless our country. He would bless the city in which we live. We would bless the leaders because the welfare of where we live will affect our welfare. So to destroy the place you live is the utmost foolishness because the blessing of God comes through the culture where you live.
Amen.
So this is why we do want God to bless America. And as believers, we step into it. We know it's not perfect, but we work for it and we pray for it and we trust God.
Yeah.
That's why people come here.
Yeah.
So,
Good
Love
word.
it.
Thank
okay.
you for that
All
word.
right. Well, you guys have anything else to add?
I don't think so.
It's been a good discussion.
Yeah,
That's
a
a
good
fun
spot
discussion
to
for
end.
sure.
Yes.
Great
Well, you
topic,
guys-
PD.
Send us a message. We'd love to hear from you guys. We absolutely love getting your questions, or
Yeah,
if there's
yeah.
a topic where you're like, I really struggle, I'd love to hear some more of this, I'm lost in this. We'd love to just talk about it. This is the safe place to talk about all those things. And that is bspodcast at foothillsonline.com. And make sure to follow us on Insta. It is bsundays podcast. And we definitely cannot wait to be back and hang out with you guys next time.
Yeah.
We'll see you next
guys.
week. Thank you.